afternoon, South Africa, and a very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express, and I am here with my foodie and resident chef, Chef Dion. How you doing, girl?
I am doing well, Balisa. We are bringing some heat because the colder months are here, so it's about time we get a little warm.
And girl, you know what? I had to call on some help because, you know, bringing some heat into this kitchen takes a lot more than just these stoves. We're talking about none other than the Olympic chef, Chef Dion. Welcome to the loft.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, why do they call you the Olympic chef?
I think we'll see what's going to happen later on, and then we'll get a bit of an idea.
Okay, well, challenge accepted. Now, we can thank spices for all the unmistakable tastes and smells that characterize Indian cuisine. And that's what we're exploring on today's Afternoon Express Tuesday Cook-Along. On today's menu, Olympic Chef Dion is here with tips on perfecting our butter chicken and lamb curries. We'll be augmenting our spice racks with foodie Sadiqa Fakir. And two of our beautiful viewers are going to be calling in to ask their spicy questions live. Come with me, Palisa Tembe, as we take a voyage along the flavoursome spice route. Now, Dumi, what are you most looking forward to in the show?
Balisa, if there's one thing that I enjoy, it's lamb. And if there's a couple of ways that I can make it, it's curry. One of them is curry. And if this man has taught me anything, there's a couple of things that we still need to learn about our curries.
And for yourself, Dion, what are you looking forward to?
I think the Q&A in the end of the sort of episode.
Yeah.
Questions from the guests, yeah.
When the viewers get to talk to you. Okay, well, something else that I'm very much looking to is diving into all of the spices. Now, we love having our foodie duo, that is Sadiqa and Hermit Fakir, in the studio with us, cooking up yummy and delicious Indian cuisine. Now, they'll be in the kitchen with us this Thursday for our cook-along, creating an Indian high tea. Now, today, they went shopping for all of those flavoursome spices that will go into making the mouth-watering dishes for the high tea. Let's take a look.
Afternoon Express viewers. Hemant and I are so excited. We've been invited to do a cook-along with Chef Tumi and Palesa, an Indian high tea. But before we actually go in for the Indian high tea, we've got to do some spice shopping. Spice is the king of any Indian cuisine. Right, Hemant?
Definitely. Yes, whilst we don't agree, I am the CSO of spice in her life, and she is the spice in my life.
He is my CSO, Chief Spice Officer. And for the Indian high tea, we're going to be preparing the king of all teas, masala chai, fuleka, aloo tikki, chicken kebabs, Kerala coconut puffs, some barfi, and a sweet corn lagan. Green cardamom, one of the key ingredients in our masala chai blend. Cardamom used in multiple Indian sweet dishes and savory dishes. If you've eaten a biryani, you ultimately know there's green cardamom in that. The next ingredient we need are cloves.
Yes.
I think such an important spice. Quite hot if you were to eat one whole, but a beautiful warm flavor if you put it into your masala tea. Another spice absolutely is whole black pepper. So spicy but so warm.
Don't you think we need some whole white pepper?
Yes, absolutely. We do need some white pepper. And again, contrasting a very smooth heat added to our masala chai blend. What we also do need, and I think a very common spice, cinnamon sticks.
Yes.
Cinnamon sticks, it's a sweet spice, but in this it adds a heat, but a sweet. It's almost sweet heat that I quite like.
Yes.
And we also do need some fennel seeds. The whole point of a masala chai, if you go back to the history of it, all of these spice blends were actually brought together for the royals to drink as a digestive. Very interesting. All of the spices in our spice basket assist in digestion. It's an antioxidant and really, really good for your whole skin and your whole circulation.
The last two spices is whole nutmeg.
That's it.
Okay, and I think we need ginger powder as well, am I right?
Absolutely. Oh, before I forget, we need some loose tea leaves for masala tea. Such an important ingredient for a masala chai is undoubtedly the tea or the loose tea leaves. We normally put in loose tea leaves and brew it with hot water. You can absolutely opt to using tea bags, but for that additional flavor and that beautiful color, go for it. Give it a chance. Use some loose tea leaves. You probably need about 2 tablespoons and you brew it with that chai masala.
I think we also need some chili powder to spice up our life and give us a bit of heat.
Definitely. Chili powder is like the holy trinity of Indian spice. Cumin powder, coriander powder, and chili powder. The next ingredient we need is turmeric. And the reason I buy big packets of turmeric is because you use turmeric in so many dishes. In what we're preparing for the high tea, we've used turmeric in our sweet corn lagan. We've used turmeric in our chicken kebabs. We've used turmeric in our fuleka, a little sprinkle in there. And we've also used it in our aloo tikki. Another infamous Indian spice, whole cumin and powdered cumin. You need both in your kitchen. When you are making the fuleka, we're going to dry roast the cumin. And for the cumin powder, we're going to be using this in our aloo tikki and the chicken kebab. Another very uncommon ingredient that we're using for our Indian high tea is chaat masala. Now you may ask, what is chaat masala? It's an Indian street food masala that you sprinkle on the top of a cooked dish, whether it's the aloo tikki that we are going to be using this for, or whether you want to sprinkle some on actual fresh fruit and vegetables. It's absolutely beautiful.
I think for the next 2 dishes we need, which is cardamom powder, we need it for the barfi and the Kerala puffs.
You also do need white pepper.
Oh, yes. We need this for the chicken kebabs as well as for the sweet corn lagan.
Absolutely. And I think another very important ingredient is our rose water.
Yes, indeed.
Rose water is such an important condiment or ingredient in both your beauty cabinet and your spice cabinet. But we're using rose water for the barfi. It adds a beautiful rosy flavor. Rose water is made from rose essence. And we're also using it for our Kerala puffs. Other dishes you can use rose water with are your Bombay crushes, your faludas, and many other sugar syrups that need a rose infusion. An important ingredient is chana flour or besan flour. It's basically ground flour made from chickpeas. Very common in a lot of the fried dishes. We're using it for the sweet corn lagan. It adds a nutty flavor, but also used as a thickening agent.
I think we have everything we need, Sadika.
I absolutely believe we have everything we need. We are so looking forward to cooking with you, Chef Tumi and Palesa.
Made with love by Clover.
Sadika and your CSO, looking forward to hosting you on Thursday. Now, spice and all things nice is in the kitchen today. Speaking of spice, the heat of a dish is always determined by the type of chili used, as we will be demonstrating cooking later on in the show. Now, we are doing a chili taste test to see which chili will be suitable for which dish and to find out who can handle the heat between me and Dumi. Now, if the heat does get a little too much, we won't be just getting out of the kitchen. We will simply be cooling down with some smooth Tropica icy frozen lollies. Are you two ready?
Oh, yes, indeed.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so let me break down for Tumi, who's not too sure how it works. Now, Chef, tell us about the first chili and each of the chilies. You'll just be talking us through each one that we will be tasting, what type of chili it is and where it can be used. But Tumi, it is going to get a little hot, so I need you to cool us down, girl, and get some Tropica out of there.
Do it now?
Yeah, girl, right now. But you know, a lot of people say that there's different things you can try when the heat does get a little bit too much of a chili. But for me, my #1 best friend has to be these Tropica ice lollies. Now, as much as it is getting a little colder on in the season, this is something to always keep you cool. Love it.
Yes,
now, let's start. Let's start with the first. Oh, I'm already nervous.
Cool. Look here,
Chili.
we're going to start with the less pungent, then we go down to the hottest. We'll start with the Serrano chili. It's a green chili. Very, very fragrant. A lot of notes that come to it, not a lot of spiciness. Let's go for it, ladies. I'm just observing.
No, you're just observing, Chef Dion. Okay. Oh, I'm already feeling that heat at the back of my mouth, at the tongue there. The palate is
This
definitely
grassy,
tingling.
green flavors coming through, right?
Definitely grassy green. I see a lot of this in Durban. We almost can grow it at the back of our yards, Imlaz.
Yeah, we literally just eat it with curries raw.
Guys, luckily I had the tip of it, so there's not too much heat there. But
Okay, let's go with the next one. This is the bird's eye chili. It's really, really
I'm not gonna
spicy.
lie,
Ladies, I
actually
suggest you
strong.
just take a tip of it, please.
So would you say in the level of...
So for heat and spiciness, it's really nice for red curry paste. It's nice to finish off dishes. It's really nice in salads when you're making dressings as well.
So, Chef, this is worse than that other year.
Oh, indeed, it's definitely worse.
I think, Palesa, one thing I've noticed is that the hotter the chili is, the redder it is. Red for danger.
You on your popsicle already.
Red for danger.
Yeah, it's not make sure.
Are you ready for the next one?
I feel like I'm already sweating. Okay, let's go for that next one.
Okay, cool. This is your habanero or Scotch bonnets. It is one of the most spiciest chili in the world. It's used in a lot of like Spanish cooking, but it's got a lot of flavor to it, but in pungent heat as well. So maybe just lick it, don't even bite it.
I was about to say.
Okay, here's to licking. Cheers, Tumsa. There's
smell
no
it.
way. I am not going to do that to myself. And clearly, Dumi, the person who can stand the heat in the kitchen, I would say, Dumi took a bite. Girl, you left me in the dust. I was going to
She's
say
just
it's both
showing
of
off.
us.
Yeah, no, I'm the one, but I'm gonna feel it later.
Lalela Mzansi, did you hear her voice? It went, yeah, no. And on that note, listen up, because you can stand a chance to win one of 3 Tropica Icy hampers. All you have to do is reply to the competition post on the Afternoon Express Facebook and Twitter page and tell us which flavor you would most like to try. Don't forget to use that hashtag Tropica Icy. Competition closes on Thursday, the 12th of May at 12 p.m. T's and C's can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za.
Made with love by Clover.
Dumi is still trash talking here. She's just like, it wasn't that hot. It wasn't that really, Dumi.
It really wasn't, but he just Dion just mentioned it's because I
Yeah,
didn't
because
get
like
into
the
the
spice
depth
of your
it.
chili is actually the tissues inside. It's the capsicum. It's that
pips.
seeds and the pulps. Yeah, more the tissue. That's the spiciness.
Okay, so now we know how she got out of that one. Now, Mzansi, something you cannot get out of is our social media question. Now, we're asking you, things are definitely heating up in our kitchen, but what is your favorite curry pairing? A roti, a rice, naan bread, pepperdims, or something else? Use that hashtag Afternoon Express. Now, coming up next, we're going to be making a delicious butter chicken. Stay tuned.
Express yourself with the latest in fashion trends from stylemode.co.za. Shop South Africa's newest online store for affordable, trendy clothing brands that suit your unique shape and style. Get free delivery and returns, or choose to click and collect from one of our 2,500 nationwide points. What are you waiting for? Shop to suit your mode. Stylemode.co.za. Made for your mode.
I was saying she could have changed it during the cooking, because that's just an outro. So whilst we cook, you could have stripped it. But it's okay, luckily we had enough time. Whilst my coffee is here, I'm busy talking shit. Oh, were you? Thanks.
Express yourself.
With the creamy decadence of double cream bliss from Clover, yogurt has never been so irresistible.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to the show. Now, a famous quote says, variety is the very spice of life that gives it all its flavor. And today, we could not be happier than to be cooking alongside award-winning Chef Dion, who will be showing us the variety and versatility of spices. A butter chicken curry is always a popular choice of the curry repertoires, and Chef Dion shows us his blissful version. Now, Chef, I'm so ready for this. What do we need to get this cooking?
Okay, cool. So butter chicken usually is such a common dish that's found in every sort of Indian restaurant you find around. I'm just going to give you a few tips that can enhance it and make it much more better, all right? Firstly, we're going to start off with marinating the chicken. So if you can just chop those herbs for me over there. The dill, coriander, and mint. And then if you can just do me the onion slice there, that's for the sauce, okay? So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is take your chicken breast, and I'm just going to cut them into small, medium diced cubes. Keep them quite big in size, because you don't want them to be too small, or else it's going to sort of dry out later on.
Okay.
The main thing about the marinade, or the most important aspect of the marinade, is your yogurt. Because the yogurt has like natural sort of cultures and bacteria inside of it that sort of penetrate through the chicken and softens it and helps marinate it. So it's très important that you allow your chicken breast to marinate for at least 12 hours. And the longer it does, I wouldn't allow it to marinate for longer than 24 hours, but 24 hours max, and then the chicken literally just melts away in your mouth.
Wow.
It's almost impossible to make it dry when you cook it in the actual sauce.
And I suppose that that's what the highlight is when it comes to butter chicken, just that buttery texture that comes into that chicken, that creaminess, that decadence. Do me on your side, when it comes to butter chicken, what do you think makes it an absolute favorite in most homes?
I think, Balasa, it has to be that yogurt that we're talking about, that creaminess that we get. And luckily today we're using our Clover Bliss for this recipe. But I know you've also got cream that's going into this recipe, Chef. So
yeah,
I think
the cream goes into the actual sauce, though.
Into the actual sauce. So I think that's the one thing I love, because I was actually going to ask you as well that what makes the difference between a butter chicken and a chicken curry?
It's actually the cream and the butter. So I got a bit of turmeric going into the marinade here, some cashmere fine chili powder. I've got a touch of smoked paprika. There is a recipe that you can obviously follow, and when I cook at home, I never ever follow recipes. A touch of white pepper. And then another important step to my curries, and all the process I always use, is I grind my spices fresh just before they go into the marinade or into my sauces. So I just got a little bit of coriander seeds in here into a pestle mortar, a touch of white peppercorns, and just a little bit of cumin seeds. I want to grind it up, and it's going to go all into my marinade over here. Once the herbs are ready, you can just let me know, then I'll add it to the actual chicken.
Okay, we're almost
And when
there.
you have a second, if you can just pass the yogurt in the fridge to me, please, Palesa.
Okay.
And I
so,
think, Chef,
in the meantime, here are the two herbs. I'll get the mint
That's
to you
perfect.
just
Jeez,
now.
What a training.
And also, let me just pop you some
See,
Clover
this is what I'm
Bliss.
talking about. It's that, can you smell it? It's that fresh release of this flavorful spices now, and it's immediately going to go into the chicken, and that's where the spices are going to get released in.
I definitely, those aromatics in the kitchen, I mean, that's saying, come home, come home. It's definitely pungent, it's there. I mean, as soon as you open the door, I'm sure that's the warm welcome everyone is looking for. But it's not only just about the spices here. We see you plopping in a good share of that Clover Bliss double cream. Now,
So the
here for
important thing as well is you don't want to add too much yogurt as well. You just want to have enough yogurt just to literally coat the breasts. Because what's going to happen later on is, as the chicken sort of marinates, it's going to release some of its natural liquids as well, and it's going to make the marinade quite watery. And the less yogurt you have, it literally just combines around the chicken and then aids in sort of softening it and giving it that soft marinade. That's what we're looking for with the yogurt.
I love that. And a lot of the time as well, we do see, the smell from that mint coming out. Definitely, the herbs are just outstanding here in the kitchen. Loving it. But a lot of the time, we do see when it comes to whether it's lamb or chicken, when you put in your yogurt, you also do accompany it with mint.
It depends. There's a lot of different chutneys and dips and sauces that I eat in wet curries. There's a traditional one that's like a mint chutney. It's pudina chutney. It's kind of like ground peanuts with fresh mint that's mortared into your pestle, and then it's sort of mixed with a touch of yogurt at the end. But it's kind of refreshing, and the peanuts and the yogurt sort of like tone down the heat of your curry.
Love that. I do also see that coming out a lot. A lot of the nuts, if people have a nut allergy, I'm so sorry for you, because that flavor combination is just absolutely electric. Domi, how's it going there in the onion corner?
She's almost ready.
It's the one thing I'm winning against here is the chilies because I'm not feeling the heat today. But I just have to mention something, Chef. We're talking about butter chicken, right? And I know it's a standard recipe that gets used for chicken. But have you ever tried using this type of recipe for a red meat? Could you do a butter lamb? Could you butter beef?
You could do it, but it doesn't really apply that well to it, because the flavors are not, it's very delicate flavors, and chicken sort of aids in that delicate flavor and helps the spices to come through as well. Because if you use something like lamb, it's too robust, it's too goat or like beef, it's got too much flavor, and you don't want it to overwhelm the spices. You could do it with fish, a very delicate fish as well. It could work. Okay, so the green chilies in here, I added a bit of the garlic and the ginger paste. It's perfect. And that's your marinade at this point. Another tip is, I don't have it here, is you could add a little bit of bicarb to your chicken mix, to your marinade. And what the bicarb aids in doing is softening your chicken breast as well. So it also helps
like
the
a
yogurt as well. Yes, a tenderizer.
Okay, in terms of turning things on here.
Yeah, sorry, man. I was going to say, we've got some that we marinated, because Chef did mention it
Yes.
has to at least marinate for 24 hours. So can I ask you just to bring that out for us from the fridge?
Let's swap you over here.
All right, so that can go into the fridge and we
And
take
chill
that
for
out.
12 hours to
Chef.
24 hours.
12 to 24
Voila,
hours.
magic.
We can start making. So what's the next step now? We've
Okay,
marinated
cool.
it for...
So before I start grilling this here, I just got my pot on a medium heat over here. I just want to get some of my oil inside. And it's important, like with Italian cooking as well and Indian cooking, your oil is very, very important in the beginning. You start off with a lot of oil. I know it seems unhealthy, and later on you can always skim the majority of your oil out of it. Because that oil is your vessel, that transportation for all your spices to sort of build that layers in your curry, which sets it apart from a just normal curry, or one that really blows your palate away and like leaves you like with this, what am I just eating
What
right
was
now?
that? Yes.
Okay, so let's go in with the onions. And that's the sound you want to hear. You don't want to hear that like sort of harsh sear.
As if
You
you're
want it to
burning your
gentle,
onions.
yeah. So we call that sort of like braising in a sense.
Okay. And then, Chef, just to almost not speed up the process, but just to allow our viewers to see what indeed goes into this butter chicken, as soon as those onions start to brown, start to caramelize,
Yes.
then we can put in the mixture.
Yes.
The 24-hour
Yeah.
rested chicken in the fridge within the mixture, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, so what I'll do then is we'll make the sauce first, and then we'll grill the chicken off separately, just to give it that nice char flavor, and it sort of balances with a creamy, rich chicken sauce, that butter chicken sauce.
I love that. Well, Mzansi, do not move a muscle, because we will be showing you the end result at the end of the show. Now, to get the ingredients and recipe to this delicious meal, please just head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. Now, remember that you can stand a chance to win a VIP experience with Bliss. To enter, simply purchase any of your favorite Clover Bliss double cream yogurts, dial *120*809# and follow the prompts. There are also movie tickets to be won, so go on and get entering. T's and C's apply and can be found on clover.co.za.
With the creamy decadence of double cream bliss from Clover, yogurt has never been so irresistible.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, this is already smelling absolutely delicious. In my book, we can almost finish cooking here, but you have so much more up your sleeve.
Yeah, we have a lot more coming on later. The lamb curry we're going to be touching ground on later on, yeah.
Nice. And with the lamb curry, what's going to be accompanying that?
The lamb curry, we're going to do some of the roti and poppadoms with it.
Oh, okay, I'm here for that. Now, remember, just head over to our website, Mzansi, if you would like to get the recipe as to how to throw down like us on this Indian flavor explosion. Now, on social media, which type of curry is your favorite? Let us know by using that hashtag Afternoon Express. Yeah, put more.
Yes, bring the family. 100%. Your cousin's coming over. Get the crush and I'll get the ice. The whole family.
More Crush, Mom? 100% refreshing, 100% goodness.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to the kitchen where our Olympic chef is already hard at work. I mean, now it is no secret that South Africans are huge lovers of all things spicy, especially when it comes to our curries. Now, whether it's a fiery hot vindaloo or an aromatic acne, we all have got a soft spot for our beloved curry. Now, Chef Dion is in the kitchen and ready to deliver a meal that will blow you away. Now, we're talking about a lamb curry, of course, tender morsels of lamb, perfectly soft and spiced, served with a pillow of fluffy rice. Now pick those drop jaws up, South Africa, and watch along so we show you how. So Chef, you're ready. You know, this one we're talking about an Olympic chef. He's been warming up, ready for us. Okay, so what exactly are you doing and what do we need?
For the lamb curry, similar process. I just want to marinate the lamb with white pepper, salt, and yogurt. To me, if you can just marinate this with the yogurt.
Sure, and how much
And then
yogurt
I'll put
you
some
going
salt in there. I'll add about 3 tablespoons in there.
Perfect.
Literally just to coat it, much less than what we would use for the butter chicken. And then Palesa, if you can just chop those tomatoes into like a medium small dice, it's fine.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so this is something also fan favorite. South Africans love it. I mean, I'm from Durban, and a good lamb curry is almost very easy to find, I could say. A lot of people have almost mastered a lamb curry. So what will set this one apart, Chef?
I think it's the small steps in between, like the marinating of the lamb in the yogurt, and then just those building of flavors in the beginning, like I explained, the oil transporting the rest of the spices and building that layers of flavors. The most easiest way for me to explain a curry process to us, every South African, is a potjie. It needs the same philosophy like a potjie. It's, you don't overstir, you don't overmix. You just build your flavors and you layer it. And you get to taste it in the end result.
Now, Chef, I'm so glad that you mentioned a potjie, because, Chef Dumi, I know you know about a potjie. It is traditional South African, I mean, classic to South Africa. And it is Africa Month, so this is the time to celebrate our local flavors, even though today and this entire week we're celebrating Indian cuisine. This is something that is still relatable. It's still something that, I mean, next door they also could be whipping up.
Very true, Palesa, and I love how we can name it in different ways. Like, we've got curries, we've got potjies, we've got stews, and the whole idea is the base is the same, but we all just add our different flavors and then make it our own.
True. I think it's basically the vessel that we cook it in, which makes it a potjie. I mean, it's just different variations of it. I mean, I've cooked tripe, I've cooked and beans. There's so many different recipes, and it intertwines with different cultures in South Africa.
Yeah.
But I just add a bit of curry powder and curry leaves in there, and it's like...
It's a curry. Okay, I'm almost done here with my tomatoes. So this is essentially just going to help build that base.
Yes.
That base of our curry.
Chef, what did you say people get wrong specifically when it comes to such dishes, especially a curry? One thing I've noticed is people like to overspice it, but when you're very minimalistic with it, but the flavor.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. The most important thing is obviously take your time, allow it to slowly simmer, slowly cook. It's not a rush process. That's one thing where people go wrong with. And then again, like you said, it's minute spices. It's not overpowering. It's just a little bit less is more with spice. You can always add a bit more afterwards because it's not about the heat. It's about the fragrance and the aromas that you get from it.
Now, you see, Chef, I'm the type of person who just throw it in the pot. I just almost, you know, I look at it as I'm saving time, but actually I'm doing myself a disservice. I just kind of hoy everything and put it in and hope for the best at the end of the day. It always does taste delicious. But you know what also, talking about tasting delicious, Dumi, I don't know about you, but my mouth and my palate is still on fire when it comes to our challenge earlier. So I'm going to get something to drink from the fridge.
Okay, Pali, while you do that, I'm actually getting our sambal ready that's going to go together with our curry because, Chef, if there's one thing I've noticed is that whenever people have curries, there's always an accompaniment like we mentioned earlier, right? So either it's a raita or, but in this case, we're making a sambal. So how would that be different to the other accompaniments and what makes it so special?
There's different types of sambals because your sambals are basically like sort of like chili umami burst of flavors that enhances your curries. So it doesn't sort of like tune down the heat of your curry. In fact, it gives it more flavor to it. Like there's this red chili sambal you get, which is kind of like soaked red chilies that are blitzed with fresh garlic, ginger, bit of celery salt in there. Then you get some that you can make like green fresh salsa verdes with it as well, which are vibrantly spicy but more sort of aromatic, and also, like I said, it enhances your curry and takes it to a different level.
Nice. I mean, the way that you explain your food and the flavors, I'm almost glad that I had a taste of a little bit of a guzzle of my grape crush juice here because you know what? I need all of these taste buds to be activated later on when we get to put our taste to the test. Now, Chef, when it comes to browning this, do you feel like it's good to go? Do you think that it's ready for that lamb?
A little bit longer. The thing is with your lamb, you want to caramelize your onions and get it more sweeter. So like with the chicken, we would leave it translucent so it still keeps its white flavor because you don't want to over sweeten it or it's going to be even more richer than you want the sauce to be. But with your lamb, you want it to be sweeter because the lamb's quite rich also. So again, it's taking into cognizance all of the flavors in your actual curry and getting that perfect balance.
Now, Dumi, when we saw Sadiqa Fakir and her husband earlier at the top of the show going through the different spice racks and preparing us for Thursday, do you see some of those flavors echoed here? Do you think we can almost use the same flavors for Thursday?
Most definitely, Pala. So if there's one thing I've noticed, which is a thread that we've kept with Chef Dion and with Sadiqa, it's about just the flavors coming together. And I see that we've got some of the spices here that might actually be used. You mentioned Kashmir chili, right? And I think we might have that as well.
Spices
on the
are
list.
all the same.
It's all the same. It's just how you use it.
And like I said, if you want to have that edge, it's like, you know, I think you need to give us some of that crush. Huh? So the chilies are killing.
Girl, here's some, to the rescue. Okay, Chef, I want to get to this lamb. I want to see us putting it together before we...
Okay, this is the one you're going to mix, right? And then just combine it together. This is the one that we have mixed already in.
Got you.
So I just got the ginger, garlic, chili, the onions, the curry leaves in here at the moment. Cumin seed, a bit of black mustard seeds and the coriander seeds, and then the lamb goes straight into this here. There's not a lot of oil in here because I know lamb is quite fatty. And then through the process, the lamb is also going to release a lot of its own fat. And then you don't want that over rich curry.
Got you. So this is essentially the way to win and make sure that your lamb curry comes out exquisite every single time. Now, if you want to find out again, South Africa, how you can go about whipping up this magic in the kitchen, just head over to our website, afternoonexpress.co.za, to get cooking along with us. Now, I'm also very excited, Dumi, because we have been watching and trekking with Chef Luyanda Mafanya. She went to Limpopo. Tick. We saw her go through the streets of Soweto, Evilakazi. Tick. But coming up, we're also going to be seeing Chef Ruben Riffel, and he's going to be taking us through the spice route in Durban. So I'm looking forward to that.
Same here.
pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
The role that this pharmacy plays in my family and my life, it's amazing. They're always there when I'm in emergency with my kids, and when I need something, they will make a plan to send it for me immediately.
It's a huge privilege to serve the community. We're here to offer a basic healthcare service, and it's essential that we give of our best to all of the patients coming through the door, treat them with respect, treat them with dignity, listen to what their issues are, and offer them the correct guidance so that there's a positive outcome.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
It's time to hit the ground running and eat our way through our country on the Olive Pride Chef Tour. Now this week, our next destination is Durban, and critically acclaimed chef Ruben Riffel shows us exactly where and how to get the most out of our spice capital. Siyete.
Cook along with us on the Clover Olive Pride Chef's Tour, a proudly South African cooking journey through the towns and dishes that made foodie heroes, such as the champion of traditional African cuisine, Luyanda Mafanya, master of fine dining, Chef Ruben Riffel, and proud flag bearer of National Bride Day, Jan Braai. Made with Olive Pride. Prepare to be proud.
We go subtropical this week on the Olive Pride Chef's Tour in the cooking capital of KwaZulu-Natal. Chef Ruben Riffel's imagination is alive with the promise of bunny chow, of endless beaches to walk off your lunch, and the source of all flavor in this city, the famed Victoria Spice Markets.
So Durban is known for its spices and its curries, and this is one of its oldest spice markets, and definitely a must visit when you're in the area. There's nothing like buying spices straight from the source. Buddy, how are you?
Good, man. How's it?
Good, good, man. Listen, so I'm looking for a good garam masala and a nice curry spice mix. Can you help me out?
Certainly. When it comes to the spice mix, I have to mix it up for you.
Okay.
And it's going to be mixed with things like dhania, which is coriander, cumin, which is jeera,
lovely,
fennel, which is sumph, what you guys call in the Cape, barishap.
Yeah.
This is garam masala. Now, garam masala is a relative spice because everybody makes their own.
Yeah.
And it's basically a mix of cinnamon, pepper, cloves, nutmeg, all these spices ground together.
Yeah.
So that's garam masala.
Nice.
Historically, in the old days, grandmom did her own garam masala grinding. Then there's paprika, there's chili, there's peri-peri, which is the hot one. And that's the turmeric, the yellow one, which is the bori. So the masala mix, I'll do it just like how my lady's doing some of this mixture here. I do a specific mix for you.
Okay, buddy, I trust you. Make me something special.
Sure. Would you prefer medium, hot, or mild?
Let's go for hot. Hot.
You get just hot, very hot, and another hot I wouldn't describe.
Just hot, we go.
Okay. So there's your masala, which is your hot masala as requested, and that's your garam masala.
Buddy.
Okay. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to trying it out.
Enjoy it. Bon appetit.
Bye-bye.
It's spicy but nice. It's something that you could use.
But it develops nicely. But it's got a lot of sort of base flavor, It's not just like spice. I love that. You can't come to Durban without trying some of its local specialities. I'm here at the iconic Britannia Hotel, one of Durban's culinary hotspots. Whenever I'm in Durban, I have to have a bunny chow. And this place, not even in the high road, you really have to look for it, but they make the best bunny chow around. I just want the mutton curry bunny, please. Now this is Durban on a plate. Now this is what makes the bunny chow special. Just a really good curry, some white bread to soak up all those lovely flavors and sauce. You can see that's why this place is an institution. It's delicious. Now that was absolutely delicious and it really hit the spot. But I think it's time to go for a little walk. Walking on this pier and just getting a sense of this place, the smells, made me realize again how beautiful this country is. And being part of the Olive Pride Chef's Tour has given me the opportunity to go visit some of my favorite places. And it's really made me proud to be a chef in this incredible country.
Next week, Ruben invites us in on his Durban-inspired minced lamb biryani with saffron and curry leaves to take it to the next level. Add to that Ruben's original recipe, spiced roasted vegetables, and we know you'll want to cook along on the next stop in our Olive Pride Chef's Tour.
Wow, that bunny chow is literally what my dreams look like. Absolutely delicious. Now on to some exciting news. We have another winner in the Olive Pride competition. Can I get a drum roll, please? It's my favorite part. Woo! Congratulations goes to Bella Cosa. Now you have won yourself a premium gas Weber braai. We hope that you're going to be making many delicious braais on that beauty. Now don't forget, you still have a chance to win a weekly Weber braai or be entered into the grand prize draw to win a kitchen makeover worth 150,000 Rand. For details on how you can enter, you can buy Olive Pride in store and follow the instructions in the free recipe book. Good luck!
Join Olive Pride Chef's Tour and travel the country as we cook along with Luyanda Mafanya, Ruben Riffel and Jan Braai every Tuesday on Afternoon Express. Win 1 of 10 cooking appliances weekly or a grand prize of a kitchen makeover worth 150,000 Rand. To enter, buy any Olive Pride pack and dial star 120 star 2462 star with your unique code to enter. Prepare to be proud.
Express yourself with the latest in fashion trends from stylemode.co.za. Shop South Africa's newest online store for affordable, trendy clothing brands that suit your unique shape and style. Get free delivery and returns, or choose to click and collect from one of our 2,500 nationwide points. What are you waiting for? Shop to suit your mode. stylemode.co.za. Made for your mode.
S3 is the new home of the Safters. So, open up with S3 and celebrate Afternoon Express's Palesa Tembe by voting for her for Best Presenter. Dial *120*32020# and follow the prompts to vote for Palesa Tembe by selecting 6. Watch the awards on the 22nd of May to see if Palesa takes home that Safta. Open up with S3 and support our talent.
Is out, South Africa, and votes are definitely coming in fast, so you do not want to miss that train. Yes, it is true, I am nominated for the Best Television Presenter at the SAFTAs this year, the 2021 SAFTAs. Now, do me, girl, you have got quite the task because you're about to educate the viewers as to how we can vote.
Definitely, Palace. I've even let my hair down. So to do this, guys, to vote for our queen, all you do is you go *120*32020#, and then you follow the prompt. So in essence, all you need to do now is follow, look for that girl's name. We're going to the Best TV Presenter.
Option 1.
Option 1. We then follow the prompts and we go to more. So we option 0 there. And then we continue again because our girl's number, I've even memorized it, girl. You are number 6. And then we go all the way here. Palesa Tembe, number 6. Nomination in. Palesa, thank you for your entry.
Just like that, South Africa, it is just that easy. There are a lot of things that you can use with R1.50. You can buy a bubble gum, you can buy a lollipop, but today we're asking you to use that R1.50 to change my life.
What you waiting for?
When your family connects, we go further together. Vodacom. Technology is shaping the way we connect with friends, family, and work colleagues. Thanks to Vodacom Home, we get to share in some of these amazing moments with our viewers right here on the show. Now, before we dig into this delicious curries, we have some of our callers who have a few questions for our chef, Chef Dion. Now, let's get to say hello to our very first viewer and our very first caller. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, now, Chef Dion said that he's been looking for this, forward to this. So who do we have first on the line?
Okay.
Do we have Savannah? Savannah, are you there? Oh, Savannah, girl, look, we can see your faces. Tidi, we see you there representing as well. But unfortunately, it seems as if, can you ladies hear me? Tidi, I see you saying hello. Do you have a question for Chef Dion?
I can hear you right now. Yes, I definitely want. I would love to pick his brain on something. Yeah. What is the secret to a good curry and which is the nicest?
Okay, so like I said, the secret to a good curry is time, patience, and yeah, just use really good quality products, and your spices is the most important thing. So don't cut short with store-bought spices that are inferior. Try to use whole spices, toast them yourself, grind them yourself, because it's got a whole different level of flavor. Try to make your own masalas, like your garam masalas, your own red masalas, because those are its essence of like pure flavor and it layering in your curries.
Yeah.
Does it help?
Oh, okay. That's amazing, yes, a lot. Thank you.
You're much obliged.
Now, Tidi, it seems as if you're quite the foodie yourself. Does this get you so excited to be able to connect with the chef live on the show and ask your questions, ask the spicy questions?
Yes, I love food. Give me food and we'll be okay.
Beautiful. This is all thanks to Vodacom Home. I love the fact that you're almost within grasp. Now, from Tidi to Savannah. Savannah, welcome back to the show.
It's so great to be back. Hi.
Hey, girl, you're looking so cute. I feel like you're already part of the family. I mean, Tidi, Savannah, you guys, we're just so close. Thick as thieves, I'd like to say. But I believe you do want to pick Chef Dion's brain?
Yes, I do, definitely. So I want to know, in his opinion, what would be the key spices for everyone to have in their home?
Brilliant question. Okay, cool. To start off with, you need to have a really good ground turmeric. Have a lot of coriander seeds whole, cumin seeds whole, which you will obviously toast and grind yourself and keep it in a sealed lock container. Like invest in those Carlisle containers because it keeps the freshness of your spices for a longer time. Because remember, like I said, you grind your own spices, make your own masalas. So start off with those three, because those three are the main important spices that build up a basic curry powder. It's your turmeric, your coriander powder, and your cumin powder. You add equal quantities of those three, and then from there you can build onto it and add a lot of other spices that you would like in terms of like playing around, trial and error. But those are three main spices you keep in your cupboard. You could keep a really good store-bought curry powder, one that you're familiar with, because that could help and go a long way. Besides that, keep a lot of fresh ginger, garlic, green chilies, and curry leaves, because those are things that make really good masalas and curry pastes. They can really take your curries a long way in terms of like depth and intensity of layered flavors.
Now, Savannah, I can see you listening, you're nodding your head. I mean, you weren't writing even down one thing. I hope that you're going to go back on YouTube, rewind, and make your notes on the side.
Definitely.
She's out chat, just yes. Write it down, girl. Okay. I just love the fact, Dumi, that we can connect. We say this every single week.
I know, and I'm glad that I actually passed the mark. When you were busy listing those, I was like, yes, I have that, I have that. So I've passed, I've done it, and I think I've got all the spices. And I think you ladies definitely should listen to Mr. Dion here, because if this curry is anything to go by, then you are the winner. You are definitely the Olympic chef.
Olympic chef for a reason. I mean, Chef Dion, you were looking forward to connecting with the viewers, having them ask you questions live. Did it meet your expectation?
Oh,
How
yes,
cool.
it did. It did. And if there's no questions that have been answered, you can go to my website. I have a little questionnaire area, Ask Chef D. It takes you straight to my WhatsApp.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Chef, here's to you. I mean, Dumi, you were already saying how delicious that lamb curry is. I'm loving this butter chicken. Chicken's my favorite. Everyone knows that. So let me first touch base with you. The lamb curry?
And then the one thing I love about this lamb curry, Chef, which is what you always love to do, you like to show me that it's about the flavor. It's not about packing in too much. And that's what I have here. You've got the flavor, you've got the taste from it. It's not too hot. It just gives you a warm hug from the inside. And that's what I think a good dish should do.
Exactly
it tastes amazing, and the meat is nice and tender.
Absolutely. That tenderness is definitely being experienced with the butter chicken. Now, Chef, you did promise to let us know why you called the Olympic chef. I mean, why is that? How did you get this accolade?
We obviously went for trials and to be a part of the culinary national squad, and then we sort of get handpicked, some of us, through trials, and it gets shortlisted to about 7 chefs around the country that eventually go to the actual Olympics in Germany, and we represent our country.
So quite literally the Olympic chef. Well, thank you so much to our viewers for tuning in and visiting us here on Afternoon Express. Goodbye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah. Now, Vodacom is celebrating what the human spirit can achieve when combined with technology, shaping the future and the way we connect with friends and family, and even our very own viewers, and opening a world of opportunities. Now, please do visit Vodacom Home for amazing home internet deals, including super fast fiber, plug and play LTE or 5G. Dumi girl, thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Kicking off a very strong week, and we're looking forward to seeing you very soon again, Chef Dion. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers. Now, we hope that you do give us another chance on Thursday as we keep the inspiration alive. But from us here on Afternoon Express, we're saying good night, stay safe and happy eating. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Here's to family favorites and recipes passed from mothers to daughters. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.